Okay, yeah.
Yeah?
Kind of.
Kind of.
Yep. Okay.
Kind of ready.
Kind of ready.
That's not good. Hello and welcome to episode 12 of the Ravishing Podcast. We're talking through Jilly Cooper's Rutger Chronicles in order, one section at a time. We'll discuss the chaos, the drama, the sex and everything else that gets thrown in along the way. Just to clarify, we're not professionals or journalists, we just love the books, the Rutger world Jilly has created and love talking about them. You may already know the books well, you may never have read them and only heard about Jilly Cooper through the recent fabulous TV series Rivals on Disney+. Everyone is welcome here. I'm Lib, I'm relatively new to these books, my mum Jan has known them for years.
For those newcomers who've only seen the new TV show, Riders is the first in the 11-book series and where we first meet Rupert Campbell-Black. Rivals is the second book and we'll be moving on to that one soon. Each episode we'll talk through some of the key things that happen in the books. We'll also let you know which chapters we'll be covering, so if you haven't already read the books, you can read them alongside for the full experience. We really recommend you do, because if you don't, we can guarantee you'll be missing out on loads of Jilly's humour, storytelling and juicy details, because we're only skimming through some of the key bits on here. We're here to analyse, or maybe overanalyse, with opinions, tangents and probably a lot of judgment, because these books deserve to be talked about. There will be swearing and there will be mentions of sex, because this is Jilly Cooper, and if we had to cut out the rude bits, there'd be nothing left to talk about. Today we'll be covering chapters 33 to 36, so if you're reading the books alongside, make sure you've read those chapters first. Before we get into it, how are you?
I'm good, I'm feeling ready, I'm feeling raring to go. I haven't got a drink with me today. We haven't got drinks, have we? Because I've just had a cup of tea, so I'm not going to make it through this podcast without having to go to the toilet if I have another one.
That's true.
So this episode is going to be all about the World Championships, the big title in show jumping, and all the riders that want to win. It's going to be a little bit more upbeat than last episode.
Oh, thank God for that.
Yeah, we're switching stories a little bit, which is going to be quite nice because it was a little bit of a sad one last episode, wasn't it? So this is all very exciting, this big competition. As the Olympics, at the moment, we said this before, I don't think this is the case now.
No, but back then.
Yeah. It was only open to amateur riders, and we talked about the difference between professional and amateur was having a sponsor or not, basically. So the riders without sponsors who are entirely self-funded can compete in the Olympics. But in the World Championships, everybody's gets to compete. There. So this is kind of the one where everybody gets to take part. And this is sort of the one that people want to win even a little bit more than the Olympics. And this is a big deal. Who's excited? No. Who's ready to go?
Yes, definitely.
So Billy, as we know, didn't make the cut. But stick around until the end because we'll be checking in on him and his marriage later. Obviously, though, Rupert is here. And as is Jake, who is bringing Fen along with him, as well as Macaulay, the horse that he rescued that used to belong to Rupert.
Yeah.
So this is Macaulay's first big outing since Jake rescued him. And this is when people find out how Jake came to own him, which could potentially cause quite the stir. We already talked about this before, that Helen thinks he's dead.
Yeah.
So it could cause quite the stir. And we're going to get, this book is about the rivalry between Rupert and Jake after all, and we're really going to get to see this a little bit more now.
And this is the huge competition.
Yeah.
So I think Jake's going to be hungry to win. He's been out of it for a while. He's not had any horses, and now he's got Macaulay, and he'll have been working hard to bring him up to speed. So I think he's raring to go. Yeah. He's even more fired up, I reckon, than Rupert.
Yeah, so if we remember what happened to him, his horse Sailor died, and then Revenge was sold, and he ended up kind of overnight almost with no top class horses and completely out of the game. So now he's kind of managed to claw his way back up to the top, be back on the British team, and this is his first sort of big public outing since then. So this is a big deal for him. How is this going to go? Let's find out. So when Jake and Fen arrive, they find that the horse boxes that were allocated to them have been taken by other riders. The other riders being Rupert,
of course,
shock, and an American rider called Dino Ferranti, who is going to become an important character. So let's take note of that. So Jake wanted to just sort it out in the morning, but Fen was like, nope, I'm getting it sorted right now, even if she had to do it herself. And she does not take no for an answer. And I'm with her on this one.
I am, yeah. If something needs doing, it's like a monkey off your back, isn't it?
And obviously
unless he's gardening. Then that can just wait. I can look at all the things that need doing and hint to Dad, but no, I can't do it. No.
And this is like midnight at this point, so
yes,
I can see why
others want to go. Let's just leave it till tomorrow.
But
it's the principle, isn't it? If they've been allocated, everybody gets allocated certain ones. She'll be thinking it's the arrogance of Rupert that he thinks he can just come in, and because he might think that horse, I don't know why he did it, whether he thought he was in a better position, I don't know.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, he's taken it, and I'm with her.
I'm with her.
Go girl.
Yeah.
I love Fen.
And also, I love to get things sorted straight away. Like, I can't relax if there's something that needs to be done. Like, if I ask Cam to do something and he doesn't get up and do it immediately, I just end up going and doing it myself. So I'm like, well, it needs to be done. And I think, maybe he knows that and he uses it to his advantage.
Yeah, you're just too obvious, Olivia. If it's something that he said he'll do, give him time.
Yeah, but he's going to wait like 2 weeks. And we're getting to see a lot more of Fen now as well, which is quite exciting. And we'll really get a lot more of her as this goes on.
Yeah.
But she's emerging as more of a character, and we are loving it, aren't we? She's pretty headstrong now, isn't she? She's pretty fearless. If she wants something, she's going to get it.
Well, that's right. I mean, she's 16 now, is she?
I think 16.
I'm hoping her fearlessness continues.
Yeah.
Because she's standing up for the right thing. She's feisty.
Yeah.
And, she's not sort of throwing her weight around or being bolshy. She gets angry when it's not happened. That's ours. That's I'm going to fight for what's right. I'm not having Jake trodden all over again. It's not on.
No, and she does fight for what's right, and she makes quite a scene
she does.
in the process. And Dino Ferranti witnesses the whole thing, and he thinks he rather likes this headstrong, kind of cute girl. So let's see where this goes. Let's talk about Dino for a moment. So he's described as a very good-looking blonde with lazy green eyes, an olive complexion, and a languid demeanour. He has Billy's laid-back nature combined with Rupert's ambition and Rupert's ability to party all night and compete the next day like nothing's happened. He's American. Not sure where he's from, but I think he has a southern accent. And he has a wealthy family.
Yeah.
He seems great, right? He seems like kind of the best bits of Rupert and Billy put together.
He does. He's exciting because you think, oh, a new
character. I mean, we're like halfway through the book at this point. Yeah. Like someone new.
And I mean, he's 26, so he's still quite a bit older than Fen. But
well, let's not think about age difference, please.
But I definitely like the sound of him. And when she describes him as, kind of cute blonde hair and an olive complexion, because you wouldn't necessarily put the two together, but it reminds me of this really cute boy that I knew, a French boy that I knew at tennis camp. And as soon as I read that, I just saw him. I thought, okay,
I can get on board with this.
Yeah.
Does he play tennis? So, we've got this kind of new character, and it's very exciting, isn't it? It's kind of like when a new boy starts at your school and everyone's talking about
I wouldn't know about that. I went to a girls' school.
Boring.
Yeah.
So, and there's whisperings of potential about him and Fen as well. And like I said, this is Jilly Cooper. We're not going to get
Don't worry
caught
about the
up.
age.
We're not
It's
getting
fine.
caught up in age difference because we will not have nearly as much fun if we do. So let's get into the World Champs. So I'm just going to briefly explain the structure because it's kind of important for the story. So it starts with some preliminary competitions that decide the best 4 who go into the final. There's a compulsory rest day and then the final. And each of the 4 riders will jump on their own horse and then they'll jump on each of the other competitors' horses.
Right.
Okay, so they do one round on their own.
These are the 4 finalists.
Yeah. And then one on the next person's horse and the next person. So eventually they've all done a round on each other's horses.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the 4 lucky finalists are Rupert, obviously, Ludwig, the German rider, and they both got through very easily.
Yeah.
Dino manages to scrape through.
Yep.
And then, to everyone's surprise, Jake.
Yes.
So we've got Jake and Rupert head to head in the final. Did we think that Jake was going to make the final? This is his kind of comeback, and you think just being there was the achievement, but making the final is like another kind of level, isn't it?
Yeah, but we need the drama with Macaulay. Come on.
Well, this is something, isn't it? So the horse that Jake has brought to compete on is Macaulay. Rupert's old horse, and we all remember what happened between Rupert and Macaulay. Rupert is going to have to ride this horse in the final.
Yep.
And who knows how that is going to go. So the atmosphere amongst the British team was already pretty tense, and this doesn't make it any better. Having two riders in the final has not really unified them very much at all. And Melise, for some reason, is determined to bring them together, and he thinks that the way to do it is by having this dinner ahead of the compulsory rest day. I mean, I know that he wants the team to be unified because it's a team. They need to act like a team. But number one, you've got two riders in the final, so there's going to be some tension there. As opposed to if you just had one, everyone could just get behind the one. So there's already some tension. I really don't think that trying to get everyone together for a formal dinner is the best move here.
Well, they are supposed to be a team.
Yes.
They're not like...
But they've never acted like one.
No, but they are sports people and they should be civil in public, shouldn't they?
You should. I just think this particular move was potentially a little bit misguided. I don't think there's much potential for this to go very well.
Yeah, but he didn't know it would just be those two in the final, did he?
No.
He for all he knew, it might have just been Rupert. But you get lots of sports people, athletics, motor racing, tennis, where they're individuals.
Yeah. But
in the competition, there's always other sort of riders or drivers that they admire.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't just be, oh, they're my competition, so I hate them, and
No.
But I understand the rivalry between these two. It does add an extra frisson.
That is the thing you've got to think about, isn't it? Obviously, it's very important to be civil as a sports person.
Yeah.
Be a good sportsman, show some sportsmanship. But between Jake and Rupert...
I know, it's tricky.
It's just not
But then
happen.
you can't sort of say, oh, because Jake and Rupert have both got into the final, we're going to cancel the team dinner.
Well, yeah.
That looks ridiculous.
But I can't conceive of a way that this situation is going to go well.
No. Especially with alcohol involved.
Yeah, and then, regardless of what we think of Melise's decision to have the dinner... he also organises the seating plan, and for some reason he's put Fen between himself and Rupert and Tori on Rupert's other side.
Yeah, but they did arrive late, and wasn't he just trying to squeeze them in?
I think he had a plan.
Do you reckon?
Seating. I think he's the kind of man that would have said, you sit there, you sit there, you sit there.
I think he did tell them where to sit, but I don't think he'd necessarily pre-planned it.
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe
dinner
I'm
parties at this time, it's like a girl boy type thing, and you try and put people together who you think are going to have good conversation. And this is it's not going to go very well, is it? Do you do seating plans for dinner parties?
No, not really.
No, everyone sit where they want to sit.
Yeah,
right?
our sort of large gatherings tend to just be family celebrations. So
yeah,
no. I try and put couples together, but yes, they sit where you want.
I prefer way more informal, just like help yourself, like sit where you want, I mean, obviously I don't have a very big dining table either, but it's all, for me, it's just kind of like, we're all friends here, just relax, you know what I mean? But then I've never hosted a dinner party like this that hasn't been for very close friends or family.
That's a bit different. You want sort of people to feel that they've got somebody next to them they can talk to.
And I guess if I were planning something a bit more formal, I probably would do a seating plan.
Yeah, maybe think about it a little more.
But a seating plan takes kind of some of the tension away, doesn't it? Because you're like, there's no sort of, oh, where do I sit? It's just like, you sit here, you sit there.
Yeah.
Move on. Because it can become a bit of an issue sometimes, can't it? So, at this dinner, Rupert, obviously, completely ignoring Tori. And for whatever reason, starts flirting outrageously with Fen, telling her she's going to be very attractive in a few years, telling her, you should really come work for me. And obviously, I'm just going to take another moment to say this is of its time. Obviously, Fen is 16 here. It was acceptable in the 70s. It is not acceptable now. We're not going to think about it, are we?
Yeah, but also don't forget that female brains develop a little earlier.
Yeah, because they
especially in areas like managing emotions and decision making. So, when you get into about 16, 17, maybe...
a 16-year-old girl is definitely a lot more emotionally mature than a 16-year-old boy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And they're probably going to want to look a little higher than their own age, but maybe not 10 years.
Yeah, no, maybe not. I mean, 10 years, Rupert's going to be 28, 29?
Oh, I was thinking about Dino.
Oh, you think about Dino.
Yeah.
Oh, she can't stop. I will also point out, Rivals, the TV show, Taggy is supposed to be 18 and Rupert is 40?
No, I think...
in the show, they've made her 21.
Yeah, I thought she was about 20. Rupert's about 37.
She's like 18, 19 in the book.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
So, obviously, they've changed that to make people not so bothered. It's still a big age difference. We don't think about age difference too much, do we?
No.
In Jilly Cooperland, because it would take us away from the fun of it all.
Yeah, we're not bothered.
How old were you when you first started kind of noticing boys, talking to boys? I think it's about 15, 16.
Yeah, it's about 15, 16. I mean, it was difficult because I was at a girls' school.
Yeah.
But
you knew of boys,
oh,
right?
yeah, because the boys' school wasn't far away.
Yeah.
And we had lots of joint clubs
I
after
bet
school.
you did.
And they were very popular. But yeah, it's about 15, 16.
Do you know, I don't know about single-sex schools. Obviously, it's so much of an issue now as well because some people don't fit into that binary.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I've seen it with some of my friends that went to a single-sex school, girls, and when they left school, they just went crazy. They went absolutely boy crazy because they didn't know how to handle it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm so glad that I have grown up having friendships with boys.
Yeah.
Because I was a lot more prepared.
Yeah, that was a conscious decision.
Was it a
on our
conscious
part
decision
not
based
to
on
go to an all-girls
the
school
you went to?
Yeah.
So Rupert's flirting with Fen. Let's get back to that.
Oh,
what do
yes.
we think of his kind of motivations here? Obviously, it's going to wind Jake up, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he wants to wind Jake up. And at this point, Fen is kind of like a spotty, greasy teenager. A bit lanky. We know this. This is what Jilly's told us.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Is it just to irritate Jake? It kind of seems like it is purely for that at this point, doesn't it?
I think it is, yeah. It's easy prey, isn't it?
It's very, very, very easy because Rupert knows he's got the charm and he knows that he doesn't even need to try very hard and this will really wind Jake up. And it does. And Fen is unable to help herself. Despite heroic efforts not to, she just can't help but fall for Rupert's charm. I don't think anyone can they?
Not when he decides he's going to switch it on.
No, and she's so young and naive as well, isn't she? Like, obviously she's going to get carried away by this. Bless her.
I mean, she's angry at herself for finding him irresistible. Yeah. But she does a great job of standing up for herself, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does, as you would expect.
Yeah.
So, obviously, as predicted, the dinner goes downhill incredibly quickly. And the grand finale is that Fen storms out in tears and Jake is holding a bread knife to Rupert's throat.
Drama.
Drama. I mean, we didn't expect it to go well, but did you expect that?
No, didn't expect quite that.
So is this kind of the result of Jake's hatred of Rupert, combined with the pressure of the competition? Could it perhaps be out of protectiveness over Fen?
I think it's a mixture of everything, isn't it? It's quite a stressful time. He's in the World Championships and it's happening the next day or the day after that. Rupert's winding him up like hell and he's definitely protective of Fen and knows exactly what Rupert's like. So, and on top of that, he could see that at first Fen was going all gooey-eyed over Rupert. So it was all just a culmination of things and he just saw red.
Yeah.
Bless.
And what do you think about the other people at this table, being a bystander in this situation, I mean, Jake has got a bread knife and he's holding it to Rupert's throat. What would you do if you were just sitting at that table, just watching it all happen, or sitting at another table? What would your reaction be to that?
My reaction, well, I mean, I've never ever been in that situation. It would be quite the drama. I mean, I'd be sat there sort of watching.
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to stop myself watching, but also thinking, oh, this is all alcohol infused.
You see, I have been in a situation.
Really?
There was no bread knives involved.
No.
But there was an argument at dinner that I was not involved in, and it ended in some storm outs. And after the people leave, you're like, what the hell do we do now? You're just like,
that was unexpected.
Am I allowed to carry on eating? Or
as I was saying, these peas are very nice.
the food is so good, I wanted to carry on.
Oh dear.
So, obviously, none of the Lovell camp are getting very much sleep after that whole situation. Fen is up all night thinking about Rupert. So kind of, I guess, torn up about what to think about Rupert. And Tori is up all night thinking about Jake and feeling really guilty because she's jealous of Jake and Fen. Fen is kind of blossoming a little bit, growing into this beautiful woman, and Tori is struggling to suppress the thought that Jake is in love with her.
Oh,
I know, and obviously it feels so bad for Tori. What do you think about this suggestion of Jake having some kind of feeling for Fen? Because obviously she's kind of a daughter. They've kind of taken her into the household as a daughter, but he's not related to her. He's brother-in-law. Yeah, so yeah, what do you think about? I mean, they spend a lot of time together.
Yeah, well, obviously they share the interests and of the horses and all of that, but no, I don't think there's anything
I don't
going
as well,
on
but this
at
isn't
all.
the first time that it comes up.
Yeah, but I think that just Tori's very insecure.
Yeah.
And she sees how close they are in that working relationship.
They are very close.
So she's inevitably going to think that, isn't she? Because she is insecure. But no, absolutely not.
No, I do think it's a bit of a ridiculous suggestion, and I don't really know why it even sort of gets brought up. And then I was thinking, if it's been brought up, does that mean that something's going to happen?
Yeah,
because
you do wonder, don't
please,
you?
no. Well, I guess we'll see. The following night, which is the night before the final, they've had their rest day. Fen is on Macaulay watch because everyone has tightened their security because there's kind of whisperings of horses being tampered with and stuff like that. So she's in Macaulay's box and she's thinking about boys. Horses had always kept her too busy, but she's 16 now and the issue of boys cannot be avoided much longer. She's always had a crush on Billy, but he was more of a fantasy, her childhood idol. Rupert and Dino are now very much a reality. What's going to happen? I mean, being 16 and having these first sort of relationships, I guess, with boys, first sort of interactions with boys. What an exciting time in a young girl's life.
I don't know about exciting. Confusing and, oh, God, I'd never want to be back there. Because you end up falling... you're hopelessly infatuated with people and then they don't fancy you back, and then the ones that you don't fancy won't leave you alone. Oh God, awful.
I'm gonna isolate myself from quite a lot of people here. I don't remember too much angst.
Really?
Yeah, I think I was fine.
Oh no.
When did you start having like crushes and stuff? Do you remember your first big crush?
What, you mean on a real person, or a
as opposed to
as a well, you know, like a famous person?
Okay, because they're not real.
I was probably about 16 when I had my first boyfriend.
Really? Oh, first boyfriend.
Yeah. No, it wasn't really much.
That kind of moment when it all starts to become sort of real rather than just fantasy. It's quite a big moment, isn't it? And you know what Fen's kind of going through in her head.
You can
in
feel
this
all
moment,
her emotions.
don't you?
Yeah.
And she's so lost in thought that she barely notices Dino walk in. And he sits with her and they have a little bit of a heart-to-heart. And this is kind of a genuine moment between the two of them. What do you sort of think about that? I mean, Dino's sort of come out of nowhere and straight away seems to have been introduced as like a love interest for Fen. doesn't he? What do you think about this?
I'm quite excited.
Yeah,
I
want to see where it's going to go.
Yeah. He's also American. He's kind of exotic, if you like. So he's not kind of met anybody like that before. So I'm excited for it. And I think it's going to be a good thing if it happens.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
And in every one of these books, there's obviously all sorts of little kind of storylines going on, but I think there's always one sort of central love story. Do you agree?
Yeah, usually.
Or like one or two central love stories. Is this the central love story plot for you? Dino and Fen?
Dino, I'd like it to be. Yeah, I wouldn't... I mean, obviously there's that kind of potential for Billy, and he might be good for her, but I think Fen's too infatuated with him to have it last. And I think, Dino.
Yeah.
Dino.
Come
on, Dino.
So the night before the big competition, meanwhile, Rupert is unable to sleep, so he pays a visit to his groom, Dizzy.
Yes.
And Jake is comforted by the caring and willing Tori, and he tells her, "I was so right to marry you." Oh. It's very sweet, isn't it?
It is.
But obviously we know what he's done.
Yeah, but I think Jake really believes what he's saying, and he's probably dismissed that cheating thing as a blip because he's never done it since, has he?
Yeah, but it doesn't stop him sort of thinking about it, does it? And thinking about attractive women and stuff.
I don't know. I mean, no. I think I'm just an old romantic. I think he's right. He really believes it when he says he was right to marry her.
And I think he was right to marry her.
Yeah.
Whether
it's been good for both of them.
He means it in the way that she hopes he means it or not, he was right to marry her. So we're going to take a quick break now, and when we come back we'll talk all about what happens in the final, who's going to get the title of world champion. But before we go, the Ravishing Quote Quiz! So this time we're talking about that compulsory rest day before the final.
Yep.
And what everyone gets up to. So I'm going to give you 4 activities, and I want you to match them to the 4 finalists.
Oh dear.
Yeah?
Go on.
So the finalists, Rupert, Jake, Ludwig and Dino.
All right, yeah.
Yeah? So the 4 activities. Who does what? Swimming and sunbathing. That's number 1. Number 2, flying to Paris to go sightseeing. Number 3, picnic in the countryside. Number 4, going to the races, winning some bets, checking their horoscope and being predicted a successful weekend.
I think... Oh, no, I'm not telling you yet. Okay. I think I know one of them for definite.
Yeah.
And the other 3, I'm not quite so sure yet. I'll have to think about that. I'll have to have you read them out to me again.
Okay. So we'll give you the answers after the break.
Okay.
Welcome back. Time for the answers to the Ravishing Quote Quiz. So we're talking about the compulsory rest day before the final. We've got 4 activities and we're trying to match them to the 4 finalists. So the finalists are Rupert, Jake, Ludwig the German rider, Dino the American rider.
Yep.
Okay, do you want me to read them all out or do you want to just...
No, read them all out again.
Number 1, swimming and sunbathing. Number 2, flying to Paris to go sightseeing. Number 3, picnic in the countryside. Number 4, going to the races, winning some bets, checking their horoscope and being predicted a successful weekend.
So I think number 4 is Rupert. He
Yes.
loves checking his horoscope.
Did you think that flying to Paris was Rupert before you heard that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. And I think, what was that, going to the countryside for a picnic? I think that would be Jake, because he's got his family there, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that would be him.
Yeah, that's Jake, you're right.
And I think that it might be Dino who goes to Paris, because, you know, you get these Americans that come over and they say, we can just hop over there. And just I think he's thought, I'm in England. Paris isn't that far. I'm going to go over there and have a look.
They're in they're in Europe
Oh,
somewhere.
are they?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
They must be in France. I think they're in Brittany.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I still think it's him. Yeah. Because, when you're going to get an opportunity to go to Paris.
Yeah.
So I
You're
think
right.
that's him. Oh, am I right?
You're right, yeah. So that means swimming, sunbathing is Ludwig.
Ludwig, right, okay.
Yeah, that is such like an American thing that, you see it and they're like, oh, I'm going to Europe. And you're like, where are you going? Like Paris or Scunthorpe. Very different.
No, it's all just one. It's like America with lots of little states.
Yeah, and they would be like, oh, I'm just going to go to Paris for the day. Like, okay. So, final day has dawned. One of our 4 finalists is going to be crowned world champion at the end of the day. Everyone is feeling the nerves and the excitement of the big day. You want to talk about predictions?
Predictions. Well, obviously I'd like Jake to win. Big comeback. But, kind of rooting for Dino too.
Oh, okay. He's supposed to be really good.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
Obviously, Ludwig's he always does really well. He's got that sort of discipline. He's always like on the top of his game.
Yep.
But we know that Rupert's a really great rider as well. But then we have the issue of them riding each other's horses.
Yes, I'd forgotten about that.
So that is a whole new element to the competition, isn't it? It's about how good you are with a new horse.
Yep.
And how adaptable you are. And I think some of them could struggle here. So we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Naturally, they all do well in the first round on their own horses, but now it's time for them to ride each other's. And Jake's calm energy and those magic hands we've talked about means the other riders' horses are just an absolute breeze to him.
Yep.
And although it's tough, all the riders seem to be getting on okay, but Jake seems to be doing especially well dealing with these new horses until it comes to Rupert on Macaulay. Obviously, Macaulay used to be Rupert's horse, so they know each other. So you would think it's not like meeting a new horse and trying to get to know them. They already know how each other work.
Yeah.
But also you've got to remember what happened. Yeah. And potentially Macaulay's going to remember that.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
remember
I think
who
Macaulay,
it was.
Yeah, I think Macaulay will definitely remember. And I'm loving this drama.
So as soon as Rupert gets on Macaulay's back, Macaulay knows what's up and he is not happy at all. And Rupert is in the lead at this point, but Macaulay has other ideas. Yeah. He manages to throw Rupert off and then puts on quite the show chasing him around the ring, and it really gets quite
it's hilarious.
It is hilarious. It's quite intense, isn't it?
Oh yeah, you that's why you've got to read the book so you can wallow in all of Jilly's humour and the descriptions. Yes. It's so funny and you're just thinking, yes, go on then.
So clearly this was Jake's plan all along, wasn't it? Jake knows the structure of this competition. He knows, number one, what bringing Macaulay back is going to do to Rupert in the press. And then he thinks there's even this potential of Rupert having to publicly ride Macaulay again and getting this kind of treatment. This dirty tactics from Jake.
Well, I don't necessarily agree.
Okay, go on.
Because for one, he's been training Macaulay all this time. But he didn't know that he would get this far because it could have been Billy. Billy was dropped and then Jake's pulled in. So he had no idea that he would be there. And he's also anxious about Rupert riding Macaulay. He doesn't want Rupert getting on Macaulay's back and setting him back in some way.
Yeah.
So there's an element of me that would think that now he's in this situation, there must be a little bit of it thinking, how's this going to go down?
Yeah.
But also I think that there's a bigger part of him, didn't expect it, and he's also anxious for his horse.
Yeah, but I do think he's quite pleased that this has happened.
Well, he's pleased he's in the World Championship, yeah.
So in this final round, the standings get completely turned on their head. Rupert goes straight to last place, disqualified. Yeah. Because he couldn't do the round on Macaulay. Leaving Dino in third and Ludwig in second. Which means that Jake is the new world champion. Obviously you're happy about this, aren't you?
Well, he earned it fair and square, didn't he? Why?
I don't think fair and square is the right phrase.
He's only had one horse. He couldn't have brought another horse.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. You are wrong.
I think, yes, obviously he didn't expect to go back to the World Championship. Not go back, to be in the final of the World Championships. He didn't think this is all part of the plan. But also he knows that it's not outside the realm of possibility that would happen.
Yeah, but, you know, that's life. And that's why they do this, to see how well riders can handle other horses in this situation.
To his credit, he handled all the other horses really well. So, I mean, he didn't just beat Rupert, he beat everyone.
Yeah.
So, fair dues to him. And the crowd is ecstatic. I mean, this comeback kid has just won everything. And in the midst of the celebration, Melise turns to Jake and says, "You do realise things are never going to be the same again." And he's right, isn't he? This is like... I mean, Jake's really a star on an international stage. He's won the title of world champion.
Yeah, he has.
And that does not go away, does it?
No.
Even if he loses next year and every other year after...
He was the world champion.
He was
at one point. Yeah. But I mean, he's pretty grounded, isn't he? And I'm just hoping it gives him more money for horses.
Well, yeah. Do we think the fame is going to get to him at all? I mean, if it did, he wouldn't be the first, would he?
There'll be pressure associated with it, but I don't... so he'd have that extra pressure, but I don't think he'd be, strutting around like I'm the champion of the world.
Who knows? I mean, it's very easy for things to go to your head, isn't it?
Yeah, but this is Jake.
He doesn't seem like that kind of person,
he doesn't.
though. He doesn't seem like he's really bothered about what other people think about him.
No.
So, not to worry. After all this excitement of the World Championships, we still haven't forgotten about Billy.
Never.
He has been watching the competition from home, nursing his injured pride, and whilst he's on the way to London for an event that he's supposed to be speaking at, he sees an article in a notoriously scandalous magazine. And it's about Janie, and he begins reading, and he's horrified that it mentions an affair between Janie and Kev. Obviously, it's just in the newspaper. It's in, a notoriously scandalous, like the Sun type thing. So you're going to take it with a pinch of salt. Yeah. How do you think he's feeling? Obviously, he needs to get to the bottom of this, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
He needs to find out. Because rumours don't just pop up out of nowhere.
No, there must be some element of truth in there. And, I mean, he's going to be devastated, absolutely. But I think he needed to know. And Janie was never going to tell him.
No.
She was never going to admit it.
He did need to know. And obviously a part of us just wanted him to... Ignorance is bliss, just keep him wrapped up. But he needed to know.
I wanted it. I feel bad for him, but I'm happy he's found out because this might be the turning point now.
Hopefully.
Yep.
So he's a little upset, but mostly confused. He just needs to get to the bottom of this. And when he gets home, he finds that Janie isn't there. So he checks the last number that was dialed on the phone. Oh, yeah, you could do that in those days. 1471. And it's Kev's office number. Not a good sign. And then he finds a half-written letter by Janie addressed to Kev about how much she misses him. There's not much denying it now, is there?
What idiots, though.
Yeah.
Why would you...
It's like she's not trying to hide it. It's like she wanted someone else to tell him so she didn't have to. Isn't it?
Yeah.
She wanted him to find out on his own so she didn't have to have that difficult conversation.
Yeah, she was never going to tell him.
So he knows now that she's cheating on him. And with his sponsor, of all people.
Yeah, I mean, how could that possibly be good for Billy's career? Can he still continue to be sponsored by this guy?
No.
I know.
Would this guy even want to continue to sponsor him? It has kind of blown Billy's career up completely, hasn't it?
Thanks, Janie.
Yeah. So obviously she's not there. So what does Billy do? He runs all the way up to Rupert's house and finds him in the stables. And it turns out that Rupert actually knew about this.
Right.
But didn't feel that it was his place to interfere. He was kind of hoping Janie would snap out of it, thinking she's just bored, she'll run back to Billy soon. And Billy isn't so sure. So how do you feel about Rupert's decision not to mention anything to Billy? Because I think this could be a bit controversial, but I tend to try not to get involved in my friends' relationships. Obviously, if they come to me for advice, I am going to give them advice in the best way that I possibly can. But if I know something, potentially if I saw their partner cheating on them, I would not run and tell them. I would let the partner know that I've seen it and say, you need to go and tell them yourself. And if you don't do it, I'm going to have to do it. But in general, I try really to stay out of my friends' relationships and not give advice unless they specifically come to me for advice.
It's hard, isn't it? Because, it could all blow up in your face, couldn't it? If you go and tell them, and then they maybe already knew but didn't want to admit it and are angry that somebody else has found out. But also, I would tend to be like you, where I would speak to the partner and say, I know, I'll give you X days to say something. But then if it was me and somebody was cheating on me and I knew my friends knew and didn't tell me, I think I'd be really upset. So it's a really hard situation, isn't it? I think you have to judge it by how well you know the person.
Yeah. And what their relationship is like.
Yeah.
Because obviously if they've been together for a number of years, that's different to a number of months, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I don't know, I think for me, I would rather hear it from the partner. I would rather they didn't need one of my friends to say, I've seen it, you need to do this or else, for them to say something to me. But I would rather hear it from them rather than have my friends come and run into me. Because I don't like the idea of friends always being in each other's ears, being like, this person's not good for you. You need to, obviously, you should always support your friends in the best way that you can. And sometimes constantly giving them unsolicited advice about stuff.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily the best way to help them, is it?
I mean, it is a trick, and it might not be what they think it is.
Yeah.
It depends what they've seen. I overheard this conversation the other day somewhere where and this lady was talking to somebody and saying that there was some kind of event, and this young girl that they knew was invited to this event because of what she'd done, and she had an extra ticket, and so they decided that the husband would go with her because he'd been helping to support whatever it was that she was doing. And so everybody knew about it and it was all fine. And then her friends came to her and said, we went to this event and your husband was there with this young girl. And you say, well, I know all about it. It's fine. It's all above board. So you don't know whether what you've seen is really what you've seen, do you?
And it's not fair to see something like that and make an assumption about it as well, is it?
It's tricky, isn't it? It's really tricky.
And I guess it comes from what we're like and what kind of friendships that we've had in our past. But I haven't, I've always been friends with both halves of the couple, in a sense. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have a very close friend and not know their partner really well.
Yeah.
So I guess my opinion of it is based on that. But I feel like you see it a lot where people just jump to conclusions and then they're feeding these opinions in their friend's ear and potentially ruining a relationship that's perfectly fine. Because stuff like cheating, you can never disprove. You know, it always comes down, and you see it in shows like Made in Chelsea and stuff. You can never disprove it, and it always comes down ultimately to whether you believe the person. It's the kind of thing that can only be proved; it can't be disproved.
Yeah,
you can't prove that someone hasn't done something, but you can only prove that someone has.
Yeah.
So as soon as these rumours start flying around, it can become super damaging because whether they've done it or not, it's very hard to come back from because everybody's going to have an opinion on whether they think they've done it or not.
Yeah.
You know?
They're all talking about it.
But obviously none of this is actually 100% relevant to this situation because Janie has cheated.
Absolutely, she has, yes.
And
he's found the evidence.
Well, yeah. So Billy knows now. There's no denying it, is there? And I don't think that Rupert necessarily did a bad thing by not saying anything. And I guess also for him, cheating doesn't hold quite so much weight. So he just thinks, she'll snap out of it, she'll go back, and then it'll be fine.
Yeah.
And I can see why he would think that. So time moves on. Rupert goes to America for a while to escape his embarrassment after what happened at the World Championships. He spends a few months there competing, and when he returns home, he finds Billy in quite the sorry state. Janie has left him for good, moved in with Kev, and Billy copes the only way he knew how, which was drinking himself silly.
Oh.
And were you surprised that Janie actually left him?
I was surprised, and I was surprised that Kev left his wife.
Yeah. So they're shacked up together in this
coming.
little flat in London.
Yeah, I'm happy she's gone, don't get me wrong, but I didn't think it would come to that.
No, I didn't think that she would actually leave Billy for Kev.
No.
And it's quite the turn of events, isn't it? And obviously we're not happy that Billy's in this state, but we didn't want this relationship to carry on, and it hasn't carried on, and I guess in a certain way you've got to be happy about that. Do we think that's good for Billy? Do we see him improving after this potentially?
I think now Rupert stepped in to help him.
Yeah.
I think that there's real possibilities.
Yeah.
Because he needs somebody strong there to keep him going and focused.
Yeah, so as soon as Rupert's come home and found Billy in this state, he snaps into action straight away.
Yeah.
And he says it's time for some rehabilitation. So he packs Billy off to rehab.
Yeah.
And then when he comes back, he puts him up in his old room in Penscombe. But it's not like the old days at all, because Billy is just a shell of himself. He's not
sad,
not who he used to be, and he's completely not lost his nerve with the horses as well. Obviously, it's good that he's kind of, I guess, clean and sober, being looked after, but do you see him being able to bounce back from this?
Yeah, I think so.
You reckon?
Yeah. He's got Rupert there.
Yeah.
And he'll get him into the swing of things again. He'll ease him in gently, saying, get riding these horses. And it'll all start to, might take time, but it'll start to pull together.
Well, you would be correct.
Oh!
Because it does. I mean, it takes some time, and it takes a fair bit of tough love from Rupert. But Billy does get back to his old form, and he's a regular fixture on the British team again. And everything seems to be, I guess, okay, but it's not quite like the old days. But it's okay. Things are okay. And we'll finish there on that happy note.
Yes, good.
Next episode, it is finally Fen's time to shine.
Yay.
And we're going to really get into her story more, and we're quite excited for that, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
So before we go, shall we play Rupert or Not Rupert?
Oh, go on then.
We're going to carry on with the, is this quote Rupert or is it not Rupert?
Right.
Okay. So we're thinking back to the final of the World Championships and the competition structure, riding each other's horses, okay? So somebody says, like going to a wife swapping party on one's honeymoon. Bad enough the thought of one's darling wife sleeping with 3 other men, but even worse if she enjoyed it more than she did with you. So, was that Rupert or was it not Rupert?
And this is one of the 4 riders, is it? Or it could be anybody?
It could be anybody.
Right. It sounds like Rupert.
It sounds like Rupert.
Yeah. It doesn't sound like something Billy would say. I don't know whether it's something Dino would say.
We don't know that much about Dino just yet, but I think he has a similar outrageousness.
Yeah. I'm going to say Rupert.
You think it's Rupert?
Yeah. Don't tell me it's Ludwig.
It's not Rupert.
No. Who is it?
Go on, throw a guess. Who do you think it
I was
could
just saying, don't tell me it's Ludwig.
You think it's Ludwig? The answer might surprise you.
Oh, go on then.
It's Fen.
Oh!
Yeah.
The little minx.
It's quite a good comparison, isn't it?
Yeah,
really?
I like that.
Yeah,
Good
it's
old
Fen.
Fen. I
In
like
honour of Fen coming to the forefront now.
Yes.
So that is where we leave it today. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, please tell your friends. And if you're feeling particularly generous, give us a rating or leave us a review. It really does help. If you didn't enjoy it, please keep it to yourself. You can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at The Ravishing Podcast for updates and extra bits and anything else, and make sure you turn on notifications so you never miss an episode.
And if you have strong opinions, and we know you do, we'd absolutely love to hear them. Favourite characters, who you imagine when reading about them, best bits or worst bits in the book, anything you want to share. You can message us on socials or email us at theravishingpodcast@gmail.com with all your Rutcher deliciousness. So that's all from us, and see you next time.
Goodbye.